So self-grasping ignorance believes that the things we normally see actually exist. That everything exists as it appears. The things we normally see, inherently existent things. That things exist as they appear. Self-grasping believes that the things we normally see actually exist. Wisdom believes, correct view of emptiness, wisdom believes that the things we normally see do not exist. Things there, truly existent things, things unrelated to the mind, they do not exist. Those two are completely opposite. So we need to know our own self-grasping. We need to recognize, reduce, and abandon our self-grasping. And I find this helpful. Our Guru's teaching us the things we normally see do not exist. That's wisdom. The mind believing the things we normally see exist is the real inner demon causing all the suffering in the world of ourself and others. So by encouraging us to keep hearing the teaching, the things I normally see do not exist, we're beginning to find the enemy, which is the mind believing the things we normally see do exist. So, in the scriptures, there's a story which Venerable Geshe has updated for us, for the people of the modern world. And it illustrates what can happen if you have a belief that's not correct. So we're strongly believing that the things, I don't know why that means believing, but anyway, we're strongly believing, stay still. We're strongly believing that the things we normally see exist. Living Buddha's telling us they don't. But we're strongly believing that they do. So we now are going to have a story that I think is so powerful, and again will help us generate the wisdom wish to engage in searching for things with wisdom. So a lot of energy will come for reading, contemplating, and particularly meditating on Geshe-la's advice in the chapter on training in ultimate bodhicitta. So we take as an example a man who's having stomach pains. He goes to the doctor, and the doctor tells him he has cancer and he is going to die soon. The man believes what the doctor says. He believes he has cancer and he's going to die soon. Immediately, worry comes, fear comes, mental pain and suffering comes. He returns home with a sad face to his wife and family and says, I have bad news. I have cancer and I'm going to die soon. And the effect that has on his family is they also experience fear, worry, mental pain. So then after a few weeks, somebody suggests he go to see a more qualified doctor, get a second opinion from a more qualified doctor. He does this, and the second doctor tells him 100% definite that he does not have cancer, and there is nothing seriously wrong with him. You can feel it, can't you? Like, yay! So we're being encouraged to be in that man's shoes. And the second doctor, which you have to note is a more qualified doctor, says 100%, definitely, you do not have cancer. There is nothing seriously wrong with you. The man immediately becomes happy. All his previous pain, worry, disappointment, suffering and problems disappear. He returns home smiling, and he says to his family, "Today I have very good news. I don't have cancer." So everyone becomes happy. And Geshe says, maybe they celebrate. I would think so, with a big party. So we need to contemplate this story very deeply. It seems so simple. And I think it's easy to skate over simple stories, simple analogies. But we need simple stories. We need simple analogies that touch our heart and begin to open pathways in our mind to really love the teachings on ultimate truth, emptiness, and yearn to gain the realizations of the wisdom Buddha that he's teaching us. So here's the question after that story, because it's not the story that's the point. It's not the story that's the point. It's what it illustrates, how it will affect us. So here's the question. Why did these people suffer for all those weeks? They suffered because they believed the man had cancer. So where was all that pain, problems, anxiety, unhappiness coming from? Tears. Believing the man had cancer. Why are they now happy, and why have their problems ceased? Because they now realize he does not have cancer. Previously they experienced unhappiness, pain and problems because they believed he had cancer. Now all their problems have ceased. And they are happy because they realize he does not have cancer. So the point, similarly, this is the part we need to really be thinking. And that story is easy to remember. So you can contemplate it any time you like. Let it lead you to this deep understanding. Similarly, since beginningless time in life after life, we have believed, for example, that the self we normally see, ourself, independently existing self, I, inherently existent I, the self we normally see exists. We've believed it exists. This is self-grasping ignorance of the I, of persons. So since beginningless time, we've believed the untrue to be true. Naturally, instinctively. Therefore, in life after life, we have continually experienced worry, mental pain, physical pain, and many different problems with respect to the self. We have experienced all this suffering because we believed the self we normally see exists. So similarly to the man believing he had cancer, he believed something that brought about so much worry, pain, unhappiness. And then he didn't believe it. And all the unhappiness, pain ceased. So now, through the kindness of Buddha, living wisdom Buddha, we're receiving instructions on the selflessness of persons and phenomena, the emptiness of persons and phenomena. Through sincerely contemplating and meditating on these instructions, we will finally realize directly that the self or I we normally see does not exist at all. So previously he believed he had cancer, problems, pain coming. Then he believed he did not. Buddha's saying similarly, but far, far worse, far, far worse. Our wrong belief. We've been believing since beginningless time that the self we normally see, all things we normally see, actually exist. From believing that our self we normally see actually exists comes pain, problems, unhappiness, mental pain, physical pain, life after life after life after life without end. Until an emanation of Buddha appears in our life, wisdom Buddha, and gives us instructions, like the qualified doctor. 100% the self you normally see does not exist. If we learn through contemplation, meditation, following these special scientific methods, to believe that from the depths of our heart and eventually realize directly that the self or I we normally see does not exist, all worry, pain, problems, suffering associated with this I will then disappear, and we will experience permanent freedom from problems and suffering.